My name is Harold Williams, too, as my father stated. I'm here to bring forth the outreach findings thus far. Well, to start off with, over at the CH2A, we have a saying. It's a win-win situation when you know when to lose. This is chess, not checkers. You better study your moves. The move today is to shed a light on the facts or the truth and to put it all on the table. And here are some of our findings. Well, I would like to quote one of the minority contractors that we interviewed first. He says, PDC has the ability to right the wrongs of the past right now, unlike many other agencies. And they also are one of the few agencies that the public can see its work every day. I thought that was a strong statement. Also, when we went out into the community, people were delighted to see the team that PDC had put together to do the outreach efforts. Very delighted. One of the things that I found out was this is a very big onion with many different layers. One with raw opinions, viewpoints, and hard pills to follow for PDC and all parties included. One of the things stated early on was the fact that many community members felt that with the minority leadership in the past, some of these things, these issues with diversity would have been dealt with by now. That was one of the first things that was stated to us. A viewpoints for minority contractors. Well, this is when we start getting a little raw. The minority contractors stated that the same players are cutting up the pie and African Americans are being cut out. African Americans are being pimped to raise certain dollars and seem to be left out of those dollars in the end. There needs to be inspector generals on PDC projects to make sure that people are meeting the benchmarks, because it seems that nobody is watching the watcher. PDC should also be the governing agent for all projects, government or private, to deal with these issues. And these certifications should go to the unions who do not meet their benchmarks as pertaining to African Americans and other minorities. The view from a majority contractor and developer. It is a very small African American population for us to tap into. They also feel that PDC can help assist minority contractors in getting bonds, licensing, and skill training. Also, the relationships are the key to this game. PDC is also one of the hardest places when dealing with legal fees. It costs 5 times as much to do work with PDC. Also, one of these contractors, with all these issues that he brought up, said that it has the highest percent of minority involvement on a PDC contract at 28%. I think the mean is 20%. Also, it said that they do not want the city council to have control over PDC. They would do nothing more than compound the problem. And to spread the money around more, develop more of the east side. That was from a majority contractor. Perceptions and concerns that will arise. PDC does not communicate well with small businesses, and the small businesses don't know the direction of PDC for the future. Recruitment of women and minority workers, contractors, and subcontractors are also an issue that they stated that needed to be addressed. The turnover with staff at PDC needs to be addressed also, and to promote and preserve relationships with businesses, unions, and etc. Workforce training, government agencies, and private business don't have a connection. Prevailing wage is an issue that hits minority and women businesses more than anybody else. And small business loan process seems to be more difficult than the $100 million project process. That's for the community. Those were some of the concerns of the community. But on the positive side, the minority apprentice that we interviewed stated that it is much easier to get into the unions now than it was in the past because of people retiring. Also, they feel that this was the outreach process that we were going through was a bright step, a good step for a bright future for the PDC. Also, again, it was stated they do not want City Council taking over PDC at all. And the storefront and dogs program were A+ program. All right. Now, these are some of the things that the community shared with us that PDC needs to do. PDC needs to be more of a conduit and promoting collaborations with other systems and agencies, for example, Portland Public Schools, Monoma County, Metro, TriMet, and etc. Also, they have to make the definition who's who and what's what. What is PDC in and what does it begin? And what are the responsibilities? To help manage the side effects of development in whatever area it is. And to also change the feel of PDC projects, making it more inclusive and stating that they need to work with and not impose. PDC needs to not to allow contractors, unions, or developers to play one minority group versus the other. It was also stated that a large percent of the minority community, able-bodied workers, has been incarcerated or is incarcerated and needs to tap into that population by way of avenues, for example, clean slate. Also needs to promote more of their programs. I know PDC does a lot of positive work and has a lot of positive programs, but very little people know about all of them. Also, to adopt the Nordstrom customer service model, one based in respect and very user-friendly. To simplify the small business loan process, and to notify businesses when monies have already been allocated. They also stated that the PDC storefront and dolls budgets need to be expanded, and also the awards given out. PDC needs to adopt a new rule of thumb when dealing with projects also, and deal with it with a three-level process: small, medium, and large. In closing, as we assist with PDC in turning this corner, we all must look in the mirror, be honest, and ask some hard questions. Where are we? Where are we going? Do we have the ability to change? And do we have the time to do it? The funny thing is, we have the answers. To close, we have another statement. We have a lot of statements at CH2 and Associates. And the new definition for try is planning to fail.